There was a man in a small town who was known for one thing. He kept to himself. Not cold, not unfriendly, just quiet. He ran a small hardware shop near the bus stand. Nothing fancy. Nails, rope, tools, buckets. The kind of place people visited when something at home needed fixing. Every morning he opened the shop at the same time, swept the floor, arranged the shelves, sat behind the counter with a cup of tea that slowly went cold. He noticed people, but he rarely spoke more than necessary. Across the street lived another man, younger, restless, always worried. He had moved into the town a few years ago with his family, hoping for a better life. But things didn't work out the way he expected. The job he came for disappeared. Savings ran out quickly. Bills didn't wait. At first he managed quietly. Then the cracks began to show. He started borrowing small things. A little rice from a neighbor, some oil from the shop nearby. Never money, never directly. Every evening he walked past the hardware shop, slowing down slightly, then moving on. The shopkeeper noticed. One afternoon the younger man came into the shop, picked up a rope, asked the price. When he heard it, his hand hesitated. He put the rope back. "I'll come later," he said. The shopkeeper nodded, but as the man turned to leave, the shopkeeper picked up the rope, folded it, and placed it in a bag. "Take it," he said. "You'll need it anyway." The younger man froze. I'll pay later," he said quickly. The shopkeeper waved his hand. "Whenever." No notebook came out. No amount was written down. No date was mentioned. The man took the rope and left, embarrassed, relieved, grateful, all at once. That was the beginning. It never became obvious, never formal. Sometimes it was a few nails, sometimes a tool, once a bucket. Always the same exchange. "How much?" "Later." The shopkeeper never reminded him, never asked, never counted. Months passed. Life remained difficult for the younger man, but it slowly stabilized. A small job here, some work there. One day he came into the shop with money in his hand. "I want to clear everything," he said. The shopkeeper looked up. "Clear what?" "All of it," the man said. "I don't even know how much I owe you." The shopkeeper paused for a moment. Then he said, "If you don't know, how would I?" The man stood there, unsure whether to insist or feel relieved. "Buy what you need today," the shopkeeper added. "That's enough." Years passed. The younger man moved away. A better job, another city. Life moved on. The hardware shop stayed where it was. The shopkeeper grew older, slower. His hands shook slightly when he counted money. His tea grew colder than before. One winter he fell ill. Not suddenly, not dangerously, just enough. Enough to close the shop for a few days. Enough to make him realize how alone he was. Bills piled up quietly. Medicine costs added up. He didn't ask anyone for help. One morning someone knocked on his door. When he opened it, a well-dressed man stood there. It took him a few seconds to recognize him. It was the younger man. Older now, calmer, stronger. They sat together inside the small house. They talked about nothing important. The town, the weather, old memories. Before leaving, the man stood up and placed an envelope on the table. "For expenses," he said. The shopkeeper frowned. "No." The man smiled gently. "You never asked me before either." The shopkeeper pushed the envelope back. "I didn't keep count." "I did," the man replied. "But this is more," the shopkeeper said. The man shook his head. "It's not payment," he said. "It's timing." The shopkeeper was quiet. "You helped me when I couldn't ask," the man continued. "You never made me feel small. You never reminded me I owed you. You never even let me say thank you properly." He paused. "This isn't return, it's continuation." The shopkeeper finally picked up the envelope, not because he needed it, but because he understood. The man left. The shopkeeper never told anyone this story, not neighbors, not customers. The envelope went into a drawer. Life returned to normal. But something had changed. Not the amount of money, not the circumstances, just the quiet understanding that nothing given sincerely is ever lost. Sometimes it doesn't return as money, sometimes not as gratitude, sometimes it returns as dignity, sometimes as timing, and often without recognition. Because true generosity doesn't keep records, it simply gives and lets life handle the rest. If you've ever helped someone quietly, without expecting anything back, know this: life remembers what people forget,